So sometimes when I'm working and cashiering, customers will come up with some kind of credit card that says Golden State Advantage. It looks like that one right there. I didn't know what it was because I couldn't read like a credit card or a debit card, and then I looked it up and it's actually an EBT card. These cards are basically the new way of distributing food stamps now, and instead of handing over a paper coupon, you can now use like the debit card that's loaded with money by the government. There's an account set up, and you have a PIN and everything. EBT members can withdraw money at any ATM with the Plus logo on it. So if you go to like a 7-Eleven and it has like Plus on the ATM, you can use that one. Today I want to explain and highlight for you the abuse of the EBT system in California. I will go over the restaurants and meal programs, the use of it at casinos, and also my own experience when it comes to receiving these cards at work. One of the main purposes of EBT is to provide assistance and improve nutrition. But in 2005, a new program called the Restaurant and Meal Program was introduced. So I passed by a KFC the other day, and on the window it said Restaurant and Meal Program. And this is just so this gives like certain EBT members the okay to go to restaurants and order meals using this card. More fast food restaurants have allowed it. I know Jack in the Box allows it now, and they can buy hot food rather than just going to a supermarket, buying ingredients, and making it accessible. Another recent sign of abuse that has occurred is when cardholders went to casinos and started withdrawing money with their EBT cards. They can use it, like I said, at any ATM. So the LA Times, there was an article in the LA Times that stated that these cards were able to be used in 32 out of 58 tribal casinos in California. You could use them in 47 out of 90 poker rooms, and a total of $1.8 million was spent in casinos between October 2009 and June 2010. This costing California, or cost California over $220,000 each month, just on casinos. So, another sign of abuse that I have noticed in my everyday job is when customers come up with a card and they use it on like lobster and ribs and anything they pretty much want, just as long as it's food and it's not hot, because they can only use it at the meals and programs places. Here's another picture I have right here, and it's for cosmetics and like sprays and wigs and stuff, and it says EBT cash welcome here, so you can also use your card there. The majority of the customers that come in don't just buy the basic necessities. Some of them even buy party supplies, not supplies, but like cakes and stuff for parties, candies, fruit roll-ups, stuff that doesn't meet your everyday nutritional needs. Everyone pays taxes so the state can provide services like this one. Today I have explained and highlighted for you by pointing out the Restaurant and Meal Program and how it's used in the fast food restaurant, and the use of it as casinos. And also the abusive behavior of people not using it for the nutritional assistance that it's for.
Sabrina, what did you think?
Her preview was clear, and but her visuals were a bit small, and her projection was a little soft. Her citation was good, but she also tended to wave the cards around a little, so it was a little distracting. And it was a short presentation. It didn't even get to 4 minutes.
Okay. Well, those are a lot of the flaws that I saw also. Delivery is an issue that our whole next section is all going to be about delivery skills, and so I don't want to harp too much on those things, but you really have one of those kind of quiet voices, and you need to put a little bit more oomph into it, kind of force out your voice more. I don't think that you need to shout, but you definitely need to work on your projection. I like the story that you have to start off with, and you identify what the topic is pretty clearly and what your goal is. There's a structure. The structure ends up sounding like it's basically organized around incidents or events as opposed to particular categories of information. And once you exhaust that incident or event, then there's really not much more to talk about it on that. The one place where I thought there was a little bit more follow-up was when you talked about the amount of money that gets spent in the casinos, and you've got the particular abuse that's going on there. So I thought that that wasn't too bad. I think there also seems to be a general assumption that there's something iffy about spending the money on certain kinds of food. And I think you need to give us a little bit more background on what the program is designed to do, why spending it on those sorts of things is problematic. I get definitely a sense of disapproval from your point of view, but I'm not exactly sure if the state allows it, that they have decided that that's inappropriate. And again, we want to be careful about not falling into the category of having a persuasive presentation, but establishing here's what the goals of the program are, here's how it's supposed to work, and here's how it's not working. I think that would be a good way of fitting that material together. Right. I have to agree about the visual materials. They are a little bit small to see. It might have been better to take those pictures, for instance, that you have there and just use the document camera to show them, because it's hard to have them on the poster. You got all four of them up there at the same time. At most, they are background information on the subject. They aren't explaining a concept. The one thing that I thought worked well was the Gold Advantage card that you showed. That tells us a little bit about what it looks like. So I thought that one really added some information. I'd be interested in knowing how it is the nail place or the hair place that you were showing, how they can advertise it on that. Is that something that's part, they have products there that are allowed? It didn't seem like there was much follow-through. You had a good example there, but there wasn't much follow-through on it. All right, thank you.